the great Hanafi jurist, Al-Baydawi. Now, the great, who is a great mufassir of the Quran, he's a great faqih, he's an usuli, he's a theologian within the Maturidi generally and broader Ash'ari understanding. Now, he has a very famous statement where he writes that even the kafir, and these are his words, Al-Baydawi's words, he says, Al-Kafir, and this is in his Matali', he mentions this, and it's quoted by Maliki scholars like Al-Hafidh Al-Ubbi in his commentary upon Qadi Iyad's commentary on Sahih Muslim. They quote that Baydawi says that Al-Kafir, who does ijtihad in trying to find the truth, even if he stays as a kafir with what he does with his ijtihad, he says, Yurja afuhu. We hope that he will still be forgiven. Okay? And that he is still saved. So look at this broad, wow, this encompassing understanding. And he's a great Sunni scholar. I mean, you could take a look at another, and these are all opinions of Ahl Sunnah. Like, look at the great Sufi scholar, Muhyiddin ibn Arabi. Now, Muhyiddin ibn Arabi went to the understanding that even when we say hell, he said adhab actually comes from the word, because in Arabic it comes from the word udhuba, sweetness. So he said adhabu jahannam is actually still a reward. But it's only a punishment in comparison to the reward that the people of Jannah will get. That it's a lacking or a lesser reward, and therefore it's an adhab respectively. Because he said the word adhab meant sweet, it came from udhuba, from a sweetness. And he uses, and look, I'm not saying you have to believe that, but I'm just presenting to you, he's still part of the Sunni tradition, is he not? I mean, people call him Shaykh al-Akbar, the great, Shaykh of all time, like the Sufi Shaykh. He used a verse of the Quran that on the day of judgment, those people who disbelieve, the munafiqeen, that they will say, unzuruna, that wait, give us respite or wait for us, naqtabis min nurikum, let us take from what you've received, the salvation. فَضُرِبَ بَيْنَهُمْ بِبَابٍ, that there is a door that is struck between these people, the believers and the disbelievers. That there is this wall and a door, barrier that is struck between them. But Allah says that بَاطِنُهُ رَحْمَةٌ وَظَاهِرُهُ مِنْ قِبْلِهِ الْعَذَابِ. He says that from within it's actually a mercy, but apparently it looks like an adhab. Now he used this verse of the Quran to say, now I'm not doing this, he is doing it, Muhyiddin ibn Arabi. Main thori na keh raha hoon baba. It's not me, it's Shaykh al-Akbar Muhyiddin ibn Arabi. He said that, look, this verse of the Quran is hinting to this, that really the adhab is a rahmah. That's an understanding. I'm just saying, is it not part of the Sunni tradition? I would say it is. It's still part of the Sunni tradition. As is Ibn Taymiyyah and Ibn al-Qayyim saying that hell will freeze over. That's, still part of the Sunni tradition. As is Fakhruddin al-Razi in saying, look, Allah doesn't have to send anybody to hell. As is Ibn Rushd, who says the Akhirah is really just a sense of kind of consciousness. And that kind of... are these not all part of the Sunni tradition? They are. So why limit... when the person said to the Prophet that, may Allah have mercy on just me and you. And the Prophet said, لَقَدْ ضَيَّقْتَ وَاسِعًا. That wallahi, that he said, the mercy of God is so vast and you've restricted it so much. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that any of these are necessarily right. But what I'm saying is they are all parts of the understanding that we have within our tradition of Ahl Sunnah. Now, we have a popular approach, but these are all parts of the approach. Right, so let's move on.